Welcome to week 26. You made it all the way to the end of the absolute basics of Christianity, so don't quit now because you're just a few days away from being done with the study. In fact, you may already be done if you came to the website after finishing this week's lessons just to kind of look over some things or think about some things. Anyway, congratulations first off for making it to the end. Good job. You've already proven that you're zealous for the Lord, but that's what we're going to talk about this week. There's one study, one lesson that's going to talk about what it means to be zealous. And the whole premise of that one lesson is this: there's nothing wrong with being zealous for the Lord. In fact, we should be zealous for the Lord, and I think that you are. If you've gone through all 26 weeks of this study, you've proven that you are committed to growing. You are committed to being a modern day disciple, and you've done a great job. So keep up the good work. Don't be ashamed of being zealous. A couple of notes about this week's study, the one study that's in it. There was in Jesus' day a political faction called the Zelotes. And the lesson this week is not about the political implications of the group that were the Zealots. It's more about what it means to be zealous for Jesus. There will be some mention in that study about the Zealots, but for the most part, just think of that one study as pointing you to the fact that it's okay to be zealous for the Lord. And a disciple, a modern-day disciple, should indeed be zealous for Jesus. So do that one study. I think there'll be some interesting points in there for you, and I think you'll be able to see how far you've come, especially as you move into the next 3 days. Days 2, 3, and 4 are essentially a recap over all that you've done in both Volumes 1 and Volumes 2 of the Absolute Basics of Christianity. We go back through the first 25 weeks, and I'm just asking you some questions, some practical questions. You may have to go back and look things up. You may have to go back and kind of jog your memory in some of the weeks, but for the most part, I think you'll be surprised to find that you will be able to recall a lot of this stuff and a lot of the concepts that are in there. So these questions, there's 3 or 4 for each day, or for each week, excuse me, 3 or 4 questions for each week's lesson, and they're really there to reinforce the most critical points that were in those lessons. So answer each question, be prepared to talk about them when you come together for your last class, and also think about your memory verses. I'm going to ask you for each week's topic to think about all of your memory verses and consider which of your memory verses go along with that topic or go along with that question, of all of them, not just the one that you memorized for that week, but think about all of your memory verses, and you'll see how they overlap and how you can use them as you're talking about these different theological topics that you've studied. Again, congratulations. Listen, if you want a certificate, I've got a certificate that I would love to send to you. If you will just fill out the form that's in the back of your book, send it in to me, follow the instructions that are on there, and we will get one out to you. I'll sign that certificate and send you a little letter of congratulations because you've done a great thing. I know it takes some commitment to sit down for 26 weeks and do your lessons 4 days a week and come together as a small group and memorize your verses and all of those things. But I promise you that this will help you lay a basic foundation for what's to come. Don't stop now. Don't give up here. There's a ton of other good studies out there for you to do. Continue to read your word. Move along with your small group to another study. And you guys just go for it. And you'll be impressed as to how far you'll come in another 26 weeks as you continue to build upon this foundation that we've laid. Congratulations again. It's been a joy and a privilege. I hope you've enjoyed the study. Hope you'll recommend it to some other people. Take some friends, some family, another small group through it there at your church. And as always, let me know if there's any way I can ever help you or pray for you now or in the future. God bless you, and we'll talk to you soon.